Hi everyone, welcome to SeniorGolfSource.com. My name is Brett Francisco, certified PGA instructor. And before we get into today's content, if you like what we're doing on this channel, please like and subscribe, comment on maybe a topic that you want us to cover. I'd be happy to do that. You guys are great. I really am impressed by the growth that we've seen on this channel. So please share it with your friends and family. In today's episode, what I'm going to cover is one of my favorite drills that helps you swing on plane in the downswing. So in my previous videos, we've talked about our takeaway and the importance of taking the club away on plane and what happens if you were to swing above or flat. So when it comes to the actual swing itself from the top, coming into impact, we want to attack the ball in a manner that doesn't swing over the top for most shots. There's the few exceptions where I need to swing over the top in order to shape a certain type of shot, but we're not going to get there just yet. Today what we're going to do is kind of refine what happens from the top of our backswing and coming down. And this drill is so effective that I've shared it with quite a few of my students and have had great success with it. It's something that I continue to use. It's something that I've been doing for probably over 15 years. All you'll need is an iron that you're swinging. Preferably, we'll start this out with maybe like a 9, 8, potentially a 7 iron. You'll need an alignment stick of some sort. Here I have an old shaft. And if you're out in the actual turf, you can simply stab one end of the club into the ground. But here in the studio, what I'm going to show you, I can just kind of use another object to gain the angle. So when I'm setting this drill up, I want to imagine, before I do this, the angle that the club is on right now. So the angle that I address the club and ball with, let's pay attention to that. I want you to kind of visualize that line. So basically from the golf club up through my right shoulder, I want you to visualize one straight line. In Ben Hogan's book, he talks about a pane of glass. I found that a very realistic type of view, something that really kind of stuck in my head. So think of a pane of glass from the center of the golf ball and club face resting above your right shoulder, and your head's just kind of poked through a hole. Well, if I were to swing back properly and come over the top, I would shatter the glass. I would break that plane, and that's going to put me over the top. So essentially what we're doing here is we're creating an actual physical plane. Now, it doesn't have to be exact, but I'm going to talk about what you want to be mindful of. So here I have a basket that I'm putting this in. I'm going to go ahead and push this away just a little bit. And sometimes you have to fool with it. All right, so now that I've got it, this is a little low, but it's okay because it's not going to impede my backswing. If I get it too low, it's going to make me swing flat, and it's going to be almost impossible to come back and make contact with the ball. So the key here is this point would be on that plane. So if I were looking at it up from my shoulder, I would be in good position. So I'm going to start without a ball first, and what I'm going to do is make a couple takeaways and follow-throughs. All right? Objectively, I don't want to hit this. If you do hit this, you're going to know it right away. And now that I feel pretty confident that I can swing underneath, I'm going to go ahead and place a ball there, and I'm going to take a couple of shots and see what we get. Shot that I would be happy with on the golf course. And this really does work with any club. So you'll find that it's probably not as easy to do with the longer clubs. Therefore, I want you to start with the shorter clubs first. So start with some wedges Work your way up incrementally as far as comfort goes. Don't grab this drill and go try to do it with your driver, because I don't want you to comment on here saying, Brett, you made me break my club. Because if you hit that graphite shaft driver onto your alignment stick, there's a good chance that you could break it. And I want to make sure that our equipment's not being damaged in the process of trying to swing the club better. So start with your wedges. Start without a golf ball. That way you can kind of get the understanding of where the bottom of your swing is. And I have found this to be most effective if people practice this in real turf. So go to the range, warm up without golf balls. You can even graduate to maybe even putting a tee there, or maybe a discoloration in a blade of grass. Make that your mark of where you want to try to make contact. Set up the drill, swing it, and be consistent. Once you feel that you're consistent with that, place the golf ball there, and it's kind of a no-brainer. You should definitely be hitting the ball a lot more compactly. You'll see the ball leaving with a lot more energy and hopefully a lot more yardage. So increase the way that you strike the golf ball simply by following Ben Hogan's advice of the pane of glass. It's a great reference, and it's something that I've held dearly with me for a long time. So if you like what we're doing here, please hit that subscribe button. We'd love to see you more. Thanks again.